Folks, volatility is through the roof. There's no doubt about it. And we've had some of the biggest market moves over the past few sessions that we've ever seen in history. Oh yeah. The type of moves are very difficult to trade, even for professionals like me. That being said, there's a real simple way to stack the odds in your favor. It has to do with being extremely picky with the stocks that you trade. So today, I'm going to show you how to narrow the universe of stocks to only the strongest ones that you can find in any market cycle. The coronavirus has been plaguing Wall Street. The market, the S&P has been falling off. It's been having amazingly strong volatility over the past several days. We've seen moves of 500 points a day up, 500 points down. The Dow Jones went down over 1,000 points in this breakdown. And right now, even as we're talking, we're literally sitting in real time right here at the 200-day moving average on the S&P 500. This is the S&P in real time. And as you know, or you should know, if we're trading above the 200-day moving average, that means the market is relatively bullish. And if we're trading below the 200-day moving average, that means the market is now in a bearish mode. So I've been getting a lot of emails, a lot of concern, a lot of people are panicking. They're worried about what will happen. How do you stay with the best stocks? How do you find the best stocks? Should you get out of stocks? Should you only look to bond positions? Folks, I'm going to tell you something right now. In every market cycle, whether it's a epidemic of some sort, or a pandemic of some kind, whether it's global discord, whether it's Trump tweeting, there is always a sector that will thrive in the stock market. So for example, a lot of you are concerned about the current stock market. This morning, I went to a list of stocks that are making 90-day highs, all right? And I did that for two reasons. First, I wanted to find stocks that are breaking out to new highs, but second of all, I wanted to find a common set of stocks. Because if you see 4 or 5 stocks making new highs, that means the entire sector is moving higher. So I did that. I looked at stocks making new highs, and what was the first thing that came to my mind? The biotech sector. So the S&P 500 is literally sitting at the 200-day moving average. We don't know if this market is going to crash or if it's going to go higher. It just depends on how things work out with this coronavirus. But watch this. This is the NASDAQ biotech sector. It's literally abutting the 50-day moving average. If this sector trades just a little bit higher, it's going to be in a bullish market environment. Moreover, let me show you something. This is Gilead Sciences, one of the top stocks. We're looking at it over a period of a year right now. Look where it's trading right now. This is all-time high, 78. It's at 75 right now. Look at the 50-day and the 200-day moving average. This thing is crazy bullish. You think it's a coincidence? How about Regeneron Pharmaceuticals, another biotech? Guess what? It's making all-time highs. Imagine that. Could be a coincidence, right? How about Fate Therapeutics? All-time high, 32. It's trading at $31.50. I actually made a list of these stocks: GILD, REGN, FATE, IOVA, ARCT, BMRN, XLRN, IOVA. These are all biotech stocks, and guess what? They're all either making 52-week highs, all-time highs, or within a few percentage point of all-time highs. Now, there's a good reason for this. Biotech companies typically have the highest chance of finding a vaccine, a cure for this virus. So they would be the ones people are moving their money into because those are the ones that have the most upside potential. But it's not a coincidence, and it's not just biotech. Think about something for a second. When people are sick, they stock up on water, right? They stock up on foods that cannot be destroyed easily, foods that'll last for a long time. What's one soup company that's been making soup for about 70 years, and you can just put this in your closet, in your cupboard, and it could stay in your pantry for the next 10 years probably? Don't do that, but in theory, Campbell's Soup. And guess what's making all-time highs? Campbell's Soup. And guess what industry it's in? It's in the utility sector. Utilities are not dropping as much as the broad market. So again, my suggestion is to do this. First of all, to summarize, in every downturn, and this is one of the biggest downturns we've had in history, not percentage-wise, but points-wise, And we're still sitting at the 200-day moving average. And I don't know if we're going to rally or not. I probably will, but it's a question mark, especially when you're sitting at the 200-day moving average. Meanwhile, biotechs are hovering right at the 50-day moving average. You've got several stocks in the industry that are not just doing well, that are making all-time highs, and you've got stocks like Campbell's Soup. By the way, anytime we have a epidemic, a pandemonium of some kind, Campbell's Soup is a great stock. Costco's a good stock because they sell a lot of utility companies. Toilet paper. Think of companies providing goods. Hand sanitizer companies. Hello, hello. There's no I went to the nearest store. There's no hand sanitizers in stock. All of these companies, even if they're not doing amazingly well right now, you're going to see surprised earnings and boost announcement. I'm telling you, I'm looking at it right now. Hand sanitizer, bottled water companies, toilet paper companies. Car manufacturers are going to come out next quarter and they're going to say, hey, employment was down 90% in China. Bottled water manufacturers are going to come and say, in February and early March, we were sold out of everything. Oh yeah, it's like that. So again, every time a market goes down for whatever reason, there is always a sector or two, or sometimes three, that's not just doing well, but that's thriving, like the biotech and utilities right now. So again, there's always a way to find a winner. A good place is to look at stocks making new highs and see if there's any relationships there. In other words, several stocks from one sector, several chip stocks, or several airline stocks. For example, airline stocks, vacation boats, Carnival ships, not doing well right now. So again, everything has a cycle in good times and bad times. The key is you don't have to recreate the wheel. You don't have to investigate this. You don't have to be an expert in stocks. Just go to stocks making 90-day highs and find stocks that have something in common. Go to look at stocks making all-time highs. See what they have in common, and you'll see a pattern developing. This is not a coincidence that several biotechs are making all-time highs. Hope that helps. Folks, I just made a new training available that shows you exactly how to find the strongest stocks that have the least correlation in this market. If you're struggling in this market, or if you're looking to gain a trading edge, click the link below. It relies on principles that launched Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg to the top of the Forbes wealthiest list. And as you'll see, the gains from the type of stocks I'll show you that you can find can be astronomical. Click the link below. Find out now. Don't procrastinate.